video is just a brief introduction to the essential features of DeckHive that you have available to you as a host. Now, the first thing that you should know is that you choose the card deck that you're going to use from your library, and you can favorite those and put them on your dashboard if you've got favorites so that they just appear over here. You can see I've got some of my favorites here. How you start a session is you can do it one of two ways. You can either go to a session that you've previously set up and just open from within there, within my dashboard, or you can go into the deck that you want to work with. So I'm going to go here. Now, brand new sessions open as draft sessions. You need to save them and activate them for you to be able to allow other people into the session. So I'm just going to do that here so we can see an activated session. Now, if you want to understand more about how to activate a session and the reasons for doing that, then we do have another support video available on that. As you can see now, I've activated the session and the draft background has disappeared, and I've gained some additional icons just up here. Now, I'll talk through those in a minute, but first of all, just to explain how the cards work. So I can just come over here, open up my deck of cards, and you can see they're all in this tray here, and I can just scroll upwards and down to see all of the cards. I can also flip all the cards over in here, and this here is a sticky note icon, which I'll come back to in a moment. Now I can just drag the cards over onto the desktop, and once I've got the cards I want, then we'd recommend that you just close up the deck so you've got more space, and then I can move the cards around within here. I can also flip cards over, I can duplicate them, and I can delete them. I can also use the magnifying glass to make a card bigger. And if I do that, anyone else in the session with me will be able to see that larger card. So it's a good way of drawing attention to the card that you're discussing. Now, I also mentioned sticky notes. So you've got a sticky note icon here that you can also click on. You can change the color of those sticky notes to whatever you like, and you can duplicate them again. And you can also delete sticky notes, and you can just type in there, and that sticky note will expand as you type, and I can reposition as I see fit. Now, a couple of other things to bring your attention to. As the host of the session, you have these icons available to you. Now, this one here is really important because this is how you invite other people to the session. So you just click on here, it gives you a link, you can copy that link to the clipboard, and then you can share that with those who want to join the session. Again, we have another video on people joining sessions, so I'm not going to talk too much about that here, but just to say that's how you provide people with a link to join you. You've also got this button here to lock the session to prevent anyone else from entering once everybody's come into the session that you're expecting to be there. And you've got this freeze session button too as well, which can be really useful if you're in the middle of a session and you just want to stop everybody in their activity so that they can listen to what's being said. If you just click this freeze button, nobody will be able to move the cards around. So it's just a way of halting the session whilst you have a conversation, and then you can unfreeze and people can move on. Now, also as the host, you can add new tables into the session. So you can see here at the moment, we've just got one table, and I can click here to add more tables. So if I've got different exercises going on, we can do different exercises on different tables, or I could have different breakout groups working on different tables as well. You can also delete tables, rename them, and clear them. Also useful within longer sessions. Now, the other major feature to make you aware of is the ability to zoom. So inevitably in this kind of session, you have people working on different size screens. We'd always recommend that people work on PCs or tablets and not on phones because the cards are just too small on phones. But even within that, people will have different size screens. So sometimes people will be using a bigger table space than other people. So to see other people's cards, you might need to zoom out. So you can do that by using either your trackpad or by using the wheel on your mouse, or in fact you can use it, achieve it by using the plus and minus symbols down here, and you can reset back to 100% whenever you're ready. Now, the zooming makes no difference to anyone else's screen, you're just changing your own view. So the enlarging enlarges for everybody, but the zoom is just changing your perspective of the screen. Now, I think those are all of the major features that I wanted just to draw your attention to. We have got a number of other videos on other parts of DeckHive and a bit more detail on some things like inviting people into the sessions. So I'd invite you to look at those if you are interested in finding out more. But I hope that's a helpful start for you.